Good evening,
Yeah,
sir.
come.
Thank you.
Bhumi Shrivastava?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please come.
Thank you, sir.
Bhumi Shrivastava. What is your optional, Bhumi?
Sir, zoology. Zoology.
Zoology.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when is your interview?
So the date is not yet out. So
Oh, so it
after
will be
10th
March
March.
onwards.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is this your first interview?
Yes, sir. First interview.
Okay. And first attempt?
No, sir. Third attempt.
Third attempt.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sure you know the meaning of your word Bhumi.
Yes, sir.
But tell me some slogans which are related to your name.
Sir, Bhumi means land. So,
थोड़ा जोर से बोलो बेटे. You have to make yourself heard easily.
okay, sir. So I can't think of any slogans right now.
But Bhumi is at the center of all that which is being talked today.
Yes, sir.
Whether it is climate change
Yes,
and
sir.
all that, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Sir, I don't
Okay,
recall.
okay. What is Indore famous for? Indore is your city.
Yes, sir. So I was born in Indore, and recently it is in news because it has been the cleanest city of India for last 7 years.
Okay.
So that is one thing. The second thing is the cuisine. Indore's namkeen is very famous. And thirdly, the Holkar dynasty that used to rule in Indore and the art that they have supported, like Maheshwari saris and all, enjoy a good reputation in the country.
Who was tell me some famous personality in the Holkar dynasty?
Sir, Rani Ahilyabai Holkar was a famous queen.
What has been her contribution? How long did she reign and all that?
Sir, she was one of the very few female rulers in Madhya Pradesh, and also was a great patronage of art. The capital from where she ruled was Maheshwar, which is till date known for the art, the temples, and the architecture that was created around the ghats of Narmada, and the Maheshwari saris.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And she built many temples.
Yes, sir. Even the Varanasi temple today that stands is a contribution of Rani Ahilya. Some part of it was rebuilt by Rani Ahilya by Holkar. So temples across, even beyond her own kingdom, she built.
So right from Somnath to Varanasi.
Sir, Somnath temple, I'm not aware if she had any contribution, but the Kashi Vishwanath, that structure today is a part of it is contributed by Rani.
Okay. What are the kinds of, very historical decisions which she took, which shook the society during her times, you see?
Sir, I'm
Can you
not
name
aware.
one or two?
Sir, I'm not aware of her
No.
decisions.
Okay. I think you should read about it.
Yes.
Sharma.
Yeah, Bhumi, I will start with that one only. Okay, there is a verse in Sanskrit which has been taken from Atharvaveda chapter 14. I translate that into English. You will tell me what exactly that means.
Okay, sir.
O Mother Earth, whatever I dig and collect from you, let it revive and flourish. Let me not pierce thy heart, thy wound.
Yes, sir.
I repeat, O Mother Earth, whatever I dig and collect from you, let it revive and flourish. Let me not pierce thy heart, thy wound.
Right, sir. Sir, in my understanding, it means that the Mother Earth or the nature, we as humans take a lot from it. Be it the resources or anything that supports life is derived from nature. So here, I think it means that whatever I take from you, I hope that I'm able to use, in today's terms, use it sustainably. And
Sustainable management of
yes,
natural
resources.
sources. Good.
Yes.
Now, related with zoology,
Yes.
as we all know, RT-PCR
Yes.
is the confirmatory test for COVID.
Yes, sir.
So, RT-PCR stands for
So reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction.
That's right. So what is this reverse transcriptase?
So reverse transcriptase is an enzyme which is found in some bacteria. So in this test, what is done is mRNA, which is the messenger ribonucleic acid, is converted into DNA, and this process is called reverse transcription.
Okay, who discovered reverse transcriptase? It was discovered 4, 5, or 6 decades back, which is being used now.
Sir, I can't recall who discovered this enzyme, but PCR
They got
was...
the Nobel Prize also.
Yes, sir.
They were 2 in number.
Sir, I don't
Chemin
remember.
and Baltimore. Anyway, so related with the one more question I will ask you. Can you name the women who have made us proud in sports during the past 2 to 3 years?
Sir, Koneru Humpy is a chess player who has been winning many championships in the recent time. Other than that,
There are so many from our country who have made us proud in sports.
yes, sir, of course. So Smriti Mandana is the female cricketer, and in Olympics, Duti Chand has gotten medals, and PV Sindhu, the badminton player.
Just name them. Yeah.
Okay. Sir,
One more question related with biochemistry.
Yes.
What do you mean by BOD and COD?
uh,
MTech in biochemistry you have done.
Sir,
isn't it?
MSc in
Yeah, so this is
zoology.
my last question.
Yes, sir.
BOD and COD.
So BOD is the biochemical oxygen demand.
That's right,
And
biochemical.
COD
So
is the
biochemical oxygen demand, what do you mean by?
Sir, biochemical oxygen demand is a reflection of the pollution. So the measure is that whatever living organisms are inhabiting the particular piece of water, how much oxygen is demanded by their
Okay, thank
survival.
you.
Bhumi, you take interest in Kathak dance.
Yes, sir.
Name some Kathak dancers of India.
Sir, from Lucknow Gharana, Birju Maharaj, Channu Maharaj. From my Jaipur Gharana, there is Dr. Pallavi Kishan. Can't. Sir, I can't. I'm
Okay,
blanking
which
out.
other Indian dance is similar to Kathak dance?
Sir, in classical, there are the mudras and all are common among Bharatnatyam and Kathak.
Okay.
And other than that, many folk dances that evolved in the northern region are
Okay.
similar to Kathak.
Okay. You like watching biographical movies.
Yes, sir.
Which one you watched recently?
So recently I watched The Imitation Game, which is the biography of Alan Turing, the person who's credited to invent the computers.
What is special about the movie?
Sir, Alan Turing was alive in the 1940s. His major contribution was during the Second World War for the British, where he intercepted a lot of message transmission between Germans and among the German people, and that helped Britain and the other powers win the war. So that was his major contribution for his country. But since he was he was a homosexual person, so that aspect is also covered in the movie of how he struggled in the British times to because of this identity of his, and ultimately it is said that he committed suicide. So it's a very tragic story of a very brilliant man.
Okay. You also play chess.
Yes, sir.
Now, who is superior, man or machine, in playing chess?
Sir, at this point, the computer systems, AIs and chess engines have definitely solved chess, as they say. But
Do you remember any duel between the two?
Yes, sir.
When did it happen?
Sir, in the 90s, I think 98, if I'm not wrong, it was between Garry Kasparov, the reigning world champion, and the Deep Blue system that was developed by IBM. So in that battle, 3 matches took place. So Gary was able to overpower the computer in the first 2, but finally he actually lost to the computer. So that was a very momentous moment.
What are your service preferences?
So first is Indian Administrative Service, followed by Foreign Service, the Revenue Services, Customs, and then Income Tax, and then the Police Service, and then Audits and Accounts, and then Information Service, Trade Service, Postal Service, and so on.
Okay, my last question to you on that only.
Yes, sir.
Bhumi, what is the role of a diplomat?
Yes, sir.
I mean, what do you think about it? You have not joined or you don't know much, but what do you think about it?
So diplomats are the people who represent the India's interests abroad. So their primary role is to first of all make sure that the diaspora, wherever they are, is comfortable and is really and feels connected to the country, as well as our foreign policy decisions that are taken domestically are implemented and our interests are secured in the foreign lands, because in today's globalized world a lot of transactions happen economically, non-economically, culturally among countries. So they really are our voice in the world beyond our borders.
Thank you, Bhumi.
Thank you, sir.
Your name is Bhumi.
Yes, ma'am.
What do environmentalists call Bhumi?
Sorry, ma'am.
Environmental activists
Yes.
call Bhumi some name. What is it?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not able to
Gaia.
understand.
Gaia.
Sorry?
Gaia. Gaia. You haven't heard the name?
No.
Among the environment, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's called Gaia. Gaia. G. Anyway, I will ask you 3 questions. One is over. Second question. You are a student of zoology.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you want to, or why do you aspire to be a collector?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I took up zoology because I'm interested in biological sciences.
Okay.
And while I was studying in my university, I always used to look for projects that had a wider social and those that impacted a lot of people.
Okay.
So in university only, my professor suggested that if this is your intent, then maybe administration is a better field for you because your reach and impact would be more.
Okay.
Then I thought of becoming an
Okay.
administrator.
And the other question is about Charles Darwin.
Yes, ma'am.
You might have heard about it.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
theory of evolution.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it followed in the United States? Do they believe in evolution?
Ma'am, so far the theory of evolution that Darwin suggested and later other contributors contributed is still acceptable all over the world, which talked about natural
No, it's
selection.
not acceptable all over the world. That's why I'm asking you. What is the argument against it? Theory of evolution. Just one answer.
Ma'am, Darwin suggested about the survival of the fittest.
Yes,
and
yes,
that,
yes.
So there are criticisms about it, but I'm not aware of any
No,
specific thing. That,
it has nothing to do with what Darwin said. But
Okay.
what they are saying is the man could not have evolved from a monkey.
yes,
And they are religious. They think that the biblical story is more correct. God
Yes, ma'am.
created man.
yes, ma'am. The theory
That's
of
all.
creationism.
So you
is-
should read the opposite
Yes,
side
ma'am.
also to understand the complete theory.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
all.
I will.
Thank you.
Okay. Achha, just one question. Your father is adjunct professor
Yes, sir.
in journalism.
Yes, sir.
Where?
Sir, in Makhanlal Chaturvedi State University in Bhopal.
In
Bhopal.
Bhopal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the difference between professor and adjunct professor?
Sir, adjunct professor is a contract-based position and they're not eligible for tenure. So after my father retired from his newspaper job, then he took a 3-year contract with this university. So the position is called adjunct.
Okay, Bhumi, thank you. So kindly wait outside. We'll
Yes.
call you back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I come in,
Yeah,
sir?
please come.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bhumi, we are very happy. Why? Because you are a very good candidate
Thank
for
you,
the
sir.
civil services.
Thank you, sir.
Done very well. I think we have just a couple of suggestions.
So can I take the
Yeah,
notepad?
you can take this. And
हालांकि आपको वीडियो मिलेगा.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है सर.
you see, the suggestions are that, you see, when you go for the interview, which is the personality test,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
while what you say is important,
Mhm.
but how you say is more important. Remember this, you see. Because now they are looking at your personality and your appropriateness for the civil services,
Yes, sir.
which are very important positions, you know, whether in India, abroad, or whatever service you see. They're very important civil positions, you see, kind of. So that is why, remember that. 2 things in terms of preparation. One is your DAF. Whatever you have written in DAF triggers question,
Questions.
a question or series of questions. Normally series of questions. Okay. So prepare around your DAF.
Yes, sir.
Everything which you have written, every word which is there. Apart from that, contemporary the current knowledge,
Mhm.
the happenings around you,
Mhm.
whether within India, in neighbors or the international, you know,
Yes, sir.
and things like you see budget and all that,
Yes, sir.
judicial,
Mhm.
any other important development, whether political field, judicial field, sports, international, these war which is taking place, economy how it is getting up, impacted, COVID which we faced recently, etc.,
Yes.
etc., isn't it? And there can be good questions, you know, good interest from some member on your this hobby of Kathak dancing,
Yes, sir.
and then this biographical music, you know, American music, etc. I think these are very good ground for asking, you know, major part of your questioning
Mhm.
interview can be on these, you see.
Yes,
So
sir.
prepare around these.
Yes.
What is the newspaper you are reading?
Sir, Indian Express and editorials I check out from the Hindu also.
Okay, any economic newspaper, kindly add one economic
Okay.
newspaper, you see.
Yes, sir.
Mint or any other, you know, will be useful to you. So keep yourself updated to this,
Mm.
and that should be okay. Do you have any questions?
I could not understand ma'am's first question.
What
Maybe.
was
That
the
was
first
about
question?
the Bhumi.
Bhumi. You
Yes.
just
Bhumi
check, you know, what
NGO
is
Kan.
Oh,
Earth.
NGO.
Earth is called by
Yes,
the
sir. Bhumi.
environmental activists.
Okay.
Maybe I pronounce it
Yes,
in
I
my
could
own
not
way.
understand.
You couldn't
Yes,
make
sir.
it out.
Yes,
So
sir.
you kindly check
Yes,
it up. You know, it begins with G word.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Bhumi.
Sir, anything else that I can do? I have a lot of time, so if there are any practices that you can,
Yeah, I
I can
think a
inculcate.
couple of marks, not
Yes,
too
sir.
many. Don't go for too many because that can be confusing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, different people can have different ways of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that will confuse you. You
Yes.
see, I think your articulation, your delivery, intonation, they are all very good, you see. You just practice and build on this, you see. And the best mantra for success, I can tell you,
Mm-hmm.
is be confident, be
Okay.
normal, be at ease, you see.
Mm-hmm.
शुरू में आप
Okay.
नहीं थी
Yes, sir.
बाद
I
में
was a
एकदम
little
ठीक हो गई
uncomfortable.
Don't be overconfident,
Yes,
but
sir.
be confident. Whatever you say it confidently, interact confidently.
Yes, sir.
Where you don't know, you can say politely, sir, I don't know.
Yes.
They know that no one is expected to know everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
An interview is such a wide, open-ended kind of a, you know, canvas is there that no one is expected. They don't expect everyone to answer everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they see how you are interacting, your body language, your gesture, your expressions, they are very important.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलिएगा.
जी,
हाँ,
ma'am.
थोड़ा जोर से. Make your presence felt. You see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
All the best.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
All the
Thank
best.
you, sir.